Welcome back to my lesson. So for today, we are going to learn about superlative adjectives. Do you know what are superlative adjectives? No? It's okay, I will teach you today. So let's learn together. Before we proceed with our lesson, I will first tell you the lesson objective of today. So the first one is that at the end of the lesson, you should be able to fill in at least 5 out of 7 blanks with superlative adjectives correctly. And number 2, you will be able to write at least 4 out of 5 sentences using superlative adjectives correctly. Before I start to teach you, I want you to look at the pictures carefully. The first picture, we have a cat, a tiger, and also a giraffe. Okay, let me ask you, among all these 3 animals, which one is the tallest? A tiger? Really? Yes, it is a giraffe. Giraffe is the tallest among these animals. Very good. Let's go to the second one. We have elephant, a bear, and also an ostrich. My question is, which one is the biggest animal? Yes, the elephant is the biggest animal among these 3. Very good. Last but not least, among all these 3 animals, which one is the fastest? First, we have a tortoise. Second is a cheetah. And lastly, a rabbit. A rabbit? No, a rabbit is faster than a tortoise, but the cheetah is the fastest among all. Do you get that? Very good. Now, I'm going to teach you the superlative adjectives. For example, like I said just now, we have the tallest, the biggest, and also the fastest. Are you excited to learn? Very good. Let's go. Okay, so there are few forms of superlative adjectives, which are, the first one is the 1-syllable adjectives. Number 2 is the 2-syllables adjectives, the 3-syllable adjectives, and also the irregular. Okay, now we're going to start with the first one, 1-syllable adjectives. So, for example, thick, big, and also fat. So thick, big, and fat, they only have 1-syllable adjectives. Now we're going to see what are the forms, what are the rules for 1-syllable adjectives. So the first one is that we add est to our adjectives. So where we need to add est for 1-syllable adjectives, for all 1-syllable adjectives. However, there are also exceptions. For example, consonant plus est is when if the adjective has such spelling, which is consonant plus single vowel plus consonant. For example, big, B-I-G. B is the consonant, I is the single vowel, and G is the consonant. So when you see such of forms, you need to add consonant plus est. For example, big plus the consonant, which is G, plus est. Now let us see some examples. So for the add est, the example is thick becomes thickest. Thick becomes thickest. So thick have 1 syllable only, thus we need to add est. The next one is big. It becomes biggest, B-I-G plus G plus est. Do you remember the rules? Very good. So the next one is fat. So we need to add the consonant, which is T plus est. So big becomes biggest and fat becomes fattest. So now let us test your understanding. 1. Hot. What is the answer? Yes, very good. It is hottest. The second one, large. What is the answer? Yes, it becomes largest. Lastly, old. Yes, oldest. Very good, everyone. So we are done with our one-syllable adjective. Now we're going to the two-syllable adjectives. Two-syllable adjectives are, for example, happy, clever, and crazy. Happy, clever, crazy. Very good. So now let us see the rules for two-syllable adjectives. So the first one is, for most of the two-syllable adjectives, we need to add est. Or, as for the two-syllable adjectives that end with y, we need to change the y to I and add est. Now, let me show you the examples. For an example, clever, a two-syllable adjectives, we need to add est, becomes clever to cleverest. Next, as for the adjectives that needs to change the y to I and add est is happy. So happy ends with a y. So we need to change the y into I and add est, so it becomes happiest. Do you understand that? Very good. So I'll give you another example. Crazy. So crazy ends with a y. So we need to change the y to I and add est. So crazy becomes craziest. So now we're going to test your understanding. Are you ready? The first one, busy. What is the answer? Yes, the answer is busiest, because busy ends with y. So correct. We need to change y to I and add est. So the next one is lucky. What is the answer? Yes, very good. The answer is luckiest. Last but not least, simple. Yes, very good. The answer is simplest. Nice, you did a very good job. Next, we will go to the three-syllable adjectives. Three-syllable adjectives. Just now we have learned on one-syllable adjectives and two-syllable adjectives. Now, three-syllable adjectives. For example, the words that have three-syllable adjectives are colorful, beautiful, and interesting. So all these words consist of three syllables. So let us see the rules for the three-syllable adjectives. So for the three-syllable adjectives, we will add most for all the three-syllable adjectives. For all the three-syllable adjectives. For an example, colorful, which has three-syllable adjectives, becomes most colorful. Most colorful. So for beautiful, it changes into most beautiful. Do you get that? Three-syllable adjective is very simple. Very good. Now, let us test your understanding. Popular. What is the answer? Yes, the answer is most popular. Popular. Three-syllable adjectives. The next one, expensive. Three-syllable adjectives. What is the answer? Yes, most expensive. Last but not least is confident. Confident. So the answer is Yes, most confident. Very good, everyone. You did a very great job. Well done. So the last form is the irregular form. So for example, now I will show you the example from the word into the adjective, into comparative adjective, and also the superlative adjectives. Do you still remember what is comparative adjectives? Okay, let us see. So number 1, good. The comparative adjective for good is yes, better. And the superlative adjectives is yes, best. How about bad? What is the comparative adjective for bad? Yes, the answer is worse. The superlative adjective is worst. Okay, good. So the last one, little. The comparative adjective is less. How about the superlative adjectives? Correct, least. Do you understand that? So these are the few examples that consist of the irregular form. There are other examples, but you can just search it in the Google. Okay, these are few of the examples. Okay, that's all for our presentation today. So I hope that you will do your homework that I have given you. Okay, so the first homework that I have assigned you is a quiz. So you can just click on the link and you are good to go. You can do the quiz. Okay, and last but not least is the writing task, whereby I will give you a handout and then read it properly. Okay, so I have given you an example for number 1. So for number 2 and 3, you just have to change the big and fast into superlative adjectives. And as for number 4 and 5, you need to find the animals that are the most poisonous, and also number 5, the slowest animal. Okay, so just write your answer there and I will check your answer later. Okay, you can do it in your e-tool, or you can also print it out and just send it to me. Okay, alright, I think that's all for our class today. See you in next class. Bye bye.